Bill Nye was recently pilloried in no less an illustrious publication than the Scientific American in an opinion piece put forward by a group called 500 Women Scientists. They do not like Bill Nye.
Bill Nye the Science Guy.
The main complaint that these women have against Bill Nye is that he attended Trump's State of the Union address. Nye was the guest of Republican Representative Jim Bridenstine, who Trump has nominated to head NASA. The lady scientists feel that attending the State of the Union address is a tacit endorsement of some of the Trump administration's problematic positions. They write, quote, "As scientists, we cannot stand by while Nye lends out our community's credibility to a man who had undermined the United States' most prominent science agency, and we cannot stand by while Nye uses his public persona as a science entertainer to support an administration that is expressly xenophobic, homophobic, misogynistic, racist, ableist, and anti-science," end quote. Wow, aren't they forgetting transphobic? Does 500 Women Scientists not care about the Trump administration's latent transphobia? Way to be bad allies, ladies. Hashtag transphobia. To me, it seems a bit like they are just trying to throw everything but the kitchen sink at Trump. Quote, "Rather than wield his public persona to bring attention to the need for science-informed policy, Bill Nye has chosen to excuse Rep. Bridenstine's anti-science record and his stance on civil rights, and to implicitly support a stance that would diminish the agency's work studying our own planet and its changing climate," end quote. If you've seen some of my other videos, you may know that I strongly dislike Bill Nye. He speaks confidently on subjects that he is completely wrong about, and he misrepresents science in order to further his own ideological positions. However, even for me, it's obvious that Bill Nye is trying to collaborate across an ideological divide to further the work that's being done at NASA. The science women are trying to shut down cross-aisle conversations. "How dare you talk to him," they say. "He doesn't already agree with us." And this idea, the idea that you can't talk to people with whom you don't agree, this idea is contemptible, it's counterproductive, and it's corrosive. If people don't already agree with you, how are you supposed to bring them to your way of thinking except through conversation, except through working together and spreading your ideas? Then you can help them grow and they can help you grow. That's how conversations and dialogue, and yes, even science and society should progress. Working together, having conversations. But the women of 500 Women in Science are against that idea, and that's a real problem. Quote, "No amount of funding for space exploration can undo the damage the Trump administration is causing to public health and welfare by censoring science," end quote. Funding space exploration is not supposed to undo damage to public health and welfare. It's supposed to help fund space exploration and help us explore space. Bill Nye can't reorganize and repair and improve the healthcare system, but he may be able to help persuade some Republican representative who's about to become, or who may be about to become, the new NASA administrator. Bill Nye may be able to help and work with this guy in order to help NASA do a better job, in order to further the goal of space exploration, in order to enhance human knowledge, which should be one of the goals of science. Spitting on Bill Nye for working to further space exploration is a strange action for a community of scientists to take. Of course, these women don't seem to be too focused on science because, quote, "No new mission to the moon can make our LGBTQ colleagues feel welcome at an agency run by someone who votes against their civil rights," end quote. Bridenstine has opposed same-sex marriage and legal protections for transgender students using the bathrooms of their choice. So, because someone votes against gay marriage and thinks boys should use the boys' room, we can't have a moon base? Quote, "Nye's TV persona has perpetuated the harmful stereotype that scientists are nerdy, combative white men in lab coats," end quote. No. Bill Nye is a white man in a lab coat. But being a white man and doing a job doesn't mean that you think only white men can do the job you're doing. Can't the article authors, or at least the Scientific American editors, see how insane and stupid this is? Nye goes out of his way to combat the idea that scientists are only white men, even though I guarantee you more scientists look like Bill Nye than Karlie Kloss.
The carbon dioxide in Bill's breath will form carbonic acid in this flask of water.
The guests that Bill Nye has on his show include a female supermodel, a rapper, a DJ, an Indian comedian, a Puerto Rican woman who's a neuroscientist, and a base-jumping wildlife aficionado from Africa. And that is literally in the first 2 episodes of season 1. How could Bill Nye possibly do more to emphasize the idea that science is cool, or that science is for everyone, or that not all scientists are nerdy white men? How could he possibly do more to combat that idea, other than by having such a diverse array of guests and featuring them as scientists to help him in his explanations of science? Of course, our female science squad isn't upset because they think Bill Nye isn't doing enough to represent minorities in science. He clearly is. In reality, they are upset because of what he is. They are upset because he is a white man, and therefore he shouldn't have a TV show or cultural power or influence. I hope Bill Nye takes this as a lesson, because no matter how hard you try to conform to what these ultra-leftist extremists want, you will never be good enough for them, because you are a white man. They even get mad at Bill for things that he explicitly did not do. Quote, he attempted to debate creationist Ken Ham, which only served to allow Ham to raise funds to build an evangelical theme park, end quote. So here they're getting mad at Bill Nye because Ken Ham, who Bill Nye once debated or tried to debate, Ken Ham built a theme park. So they get mad at Bill Nye. This whole article is just outrageous, but getting mad at Bill Nye for debating creationists or global warming deniers is part of a theme. The 500 women in science don't think that there should be debates or discussions. They think that they are right, and everyone who disagrees with their opinion, everyone with a different opinion, needs to be shunned, ignored, or punished, needs to be treated like a heretic. I'm glad that the people responsible for this article are so stupid, because if they weren't, they might be better able to afflict the world with their vile, toxic nonsense. As the group 500 Women Scientists who authored this article is kind enough to list the contact information for all of their members on their website, I decided I'd email a few of them at random and ask what they thought about this article. I'll post an update if anything interesting comes back. If you enjoyed this video, then please let me know by clicking the like button or leaving a comment. If you want to see more content in a similar style, go ahead and click subscribe. Thanks for your time.